Right. Good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Sure. Right. In last class, we have completed bitwise operators, single and singular, single cap, right? And now we need to discuss next operators, bitwise complement and bitwise shift operators. Okay. And next we need to discuss about bitwise compound assignment operator, shift compound assignment operator, ternary operator, right? These are the pending operators. And these operators are very rarely used operators, okay? Very rarely used operators. So I don't want to spend the time on these operators to just waste our time. Now, quickly we'll enter it into control flow statements. At end of control flow statements, we will discuss these operators and we'll complete them, okay? Is it clear? So as of now, I'm not going to discuss these operators now. We'll discuss these operators after control flow statements completed. Okay. So now today we'll start learning control flow statements. So all the people are now comfortable with working with operators and their functionality. Still any of you are in confusion what is going? So still in confusion, anybody are in confusion? Right. Good evening, everyone. In this session, let us start learning control flow statements. So we have completed operators chapter. Now we are moving to control flow statements. So people call it as control flow statements, control statements. Okay, different words they will use. We don't need to worry about it, all the terminology. Simple control flow statements. And in these control flow statements, we have some enhancements in Java 5 version and Java 14 version. The enhancement in Java 5 and Java 14 also we are trying to learn. And now, totally 25 points I have listed out. First, what is a control flow statement? Why control flow statement? How many control flow statements? Purpose of each control flow statement. Then we are going to work with the first group of control flow statements. If then else, if then else, if. Okay, if then else, if. Okay, ladder, if ladder we can say. The next problem with the if, else, if. Okay, problem with if, else, if. Then when to choose if, else, if, and when to choose a switch. Next, working with a switch. Case syntax and case, while working with the switch, we are going to work with the case also. So case syntax and case and default order. Okay, rules of switch and case arguments, limitations of switch. In a switch, we got Java 5 enhancement. What is that Java 5 enhancement? We need to understand. And in Java 7 also we got enhancement. Java 5, Java 7. Okay, I forgot to mention the 7. In a switch block, we got 5 and 7. 2 enhancements we got. What are the 2 enhancements we need to understand? The next, working with the while and its limitations. Working with the do while and its limitations and its rules. Working with the for and its advantages, rules and execution flow. Okay. Now here we are going to complete loops and then going for inner loops, inner if, inner loops, and then transfer statements. How many transfer statements are there? Break, continue, and next return common rules and specific rules. Okay, break, continue, return their common rules and specific rules. While working with inner loops and transfer statements, we need to work with label concept. Label, its usage and rules. And next break, continue with label. Okay, we will work with break, with label, continue with label. And next we have a concept called infinite loops. What the meaning of infinite loop, how to create infinite loop. While working with the transfer statements and infinite loop, you will come to a compile time error, unreachable statement and its test cases. In while loop, while writing an infinite loop, are we allowed to write while false, while true or not? Okay, we need to understand while false, while true with the break statement. And while working with all these points, sample programs, enter equations, OCA bits. So this is the control flow statement syllabus, little heavy. Okay. Are you ready to understand this chapter? So once we complete this chapter, then we can go for logical programming. Arrays. After this topic, we'll continue with the arrays. After arrays, then we can understand logical programming. Any given program, any given task, you can start write the code. Okay, please focus. Let's start understanding first. What is control flow statement? Tell me. What is control flow statement? What is a data type? Any of you remember? What is a data type? Click on rise button and tell me. What is a data type? Data type is nothing but a keyword I told you now. A keyword that uses, a keyword that is used for allocating memory, for reserving memory is nothing but data type. Same way, what is a control flow statement? Control flow statement is also a keyword. Control flow statement is also one keyword, a keyword that is used for, a keyword that is used for controlling the flow of execution. Controlling the flow of execution is called control flow statement. Simple statement. Okay, what is a control flow statement? A keyword that is used for controlling the flow of execution is called what? Control flow statement. Okay, next. Why control flow statement? Already mentioned. Control flow statement is used for controlling the flow of execution. Okay, for example, let me take for example, I have a block of statement. I am going to develop a method. Okay, let us take this example, control flow statements. I have written int a equal to some value. The value I'm reading from keyboard by using scanner, let's say. I'm writing if a less than 0, SOP and high, some logic is there. Else, I have some other logic. Based on the given value, I want to execute some block of statements. Okay. Else, if the value is expected value, I want to execute this block of statements. If the value is different, I want to execute another block of statement. Okay. Carefully understand now. I want to execute some block of statements sometimes, and I don't want to execute some other time. Then if you wanted to control the flow of execution, you must use what chapter? Control flow statements. Now, if I don't use control flow statements, if I don't use control flow statements, then what happens? All these statements are always executed inside a method. No, I don't want like this. I want to execute sometime the statements and I want to execute the statements some other time. Then in that case, what you need to do, you have to use control flow statements. I can use control flow statements for what purpose? What is a control flow statement? A keyword that is used to control the flow of execution is technically called control flow statement. For example, okay, why control flow statement? Same point I'm repeating. Control flow statements are used for taking decision to execute a block of statements either 0 or 1 or multiple times depending on the given input. Okay, what is a control flow statement? A keyword. Why control flow statement? To take decision to execute block of statements. How many times? Either 0 time or 1 time or multiple times depending on the given input. You call what? Control flow statement. Did you understand? Right. For example, if you consider a bank application, in a deposit or withdraw operation, clerk will not perform deposit or withdraw operation directly. Those operations are performed only if the given inputs for account number, PIN and amount are valid. Yes or no? If you give the money to the clerk, he is directly depositing money? No, he's asking, what is your account number? He's taking account number. If account number is valid, then he's going to deposit. So this is a real time, this is a real life checking is done by programmer by using this real life checking is done in the program by using control flow statements. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? So what is control flow statement? Why control flow statement? Example of control flow statements purpose. I hope it's clear to all. Then now let me move to the next point. How many control flow statements Java support? Not only Java, every programming language. Every programming language will support 3 types of control flow statements. Okay. 3 types of control flow statements. Java has 11 keywords. I told you what is a control flow statement? A keyword. So the 11 keywords, okay, Java supports 11 keywords as a control flow statements. Those 11 keywords are organized into 3 groups. What are they? Conditional or decision making. Second, loop statements or iterative statements, branching or transfer statements. Some people call it as a conditional, some people call it as a decision making. Some people call it as a loop, some people call it as iterative. Some people call branching, some people call transfer. Okay, but ultimately keywords names are same. Okay, so conditional, under conditional we have 5, under loop we have 3, under branching or transfer we have 3. Some people are also called as a selective statements. Okay, selective statements, conditional statement, decision making statement, or selective statement. Okay, 3 names are there. Tell me, under conditional we have 5. What the 5? If, else, switch case, default. Okay. Purpose of 3 groups of control flow statements. First, let me try to understand. Under conditional, okay, the name itself is conditional. Under conditional statements, we have 5 keywords. They are if, else, switch case, default. Okay, all these conditional statements are used for taking decision to execute a block of statements, either 0 or 1 time. All right, catch my point? Either 0 or 1 time. If the given value is correct, execute that block of statements. If the given value is wrong, don't execute block of statement. That is 0 or 1 time. Okay, now, for example, let me take bank. I want to deposit. Okay, today I'm going there and deposited. How can I deposit? If the given amount is correct, the notes are correct, and the given account number is correct, then deposit completed. How many times depositing? 1 time. If you take a loan account every month should deposit na. If you take salary account, every month should deposit na. If it is a normal savings account, you may or may not deposit. But now if you take loan account or you take salary account, you have to deposit every month. Every month means, is it a one-time activity or repeated activity? Come on, expecting answer from everyone. Is it a one-time activity or repeated activity? Repeated. Now 0 or n number of times to execute. What should I use? If, switch, case, default, or some other new control flow statements required. Another new control flow statements are required. That is called loop. Under loop control flow statements, we have 3 keywords. They are while, do while, for. Okay, while, do, for. All those loop control flow statements are used to take decision to execute a block of statements, either 0 or n number of times until condition is false, means until condition is failed. If condition true, go and execute, repeat. Condition true, go and execute, repeat. Condition true, go and execute, repeat. Once condition is false, go out of the loop, don't execute. The statements available inside the loop. Are you following? You have to repeat all these points again with me. Okay, I'm just giving information. After that, again, I will ask you all the points you need to answer. And tell me, branching statement. Tell me, inside a loop, I am placing some statement. And now I'm asking, okay, loop iterate for 20. For example, loan you take. Loan tenure I'm taking, home loan tenure I'm taking 20 years. Okay, 20 years I taken. 20 years means some number of months. Let's say some, initially some 180 months I planned, let's say. Then now tell me, Okay, 180 months now running. In the process of running this loop, suddenly I have deposited more principal amount. Let's say okay, I have deposited some 5 lakhs at a time. Then when I deposit 5 lakhs at a time, now 144 months or 180 months should be repeatedly executed? Not required, na? Now in the middle, I want to terminate and come. I want to terminate the loop and I want to come out of the loop. I want to terminate the method execution. I want to leave this method and go to calling method. Are you catching my point? Now what I want to do, I don't want to execute. I want to terminate. Conditional control flow statements, loop control flow statements will allow us to execute logic either 0 or 1 time or 0 or n number of times. Now the break control flow statement, they are not allowing to execute, they are terminating. I want to terminate loop or I want to terminate method execution. Then what I require? I need to use break, continue and return. Sorry, break, continue, return. Under branching control flow statements, we have 3 keywords. They are break, continue, and return. All those branching control flow statements are used for terminating the execution. Okay, we do not have goto in Java, that is C language or C++ language. In Java, we do not have goto, we have only return. So now break is used for terminating all further iterations of a loop and sending control out of this loop and continue the execution of the rest of the statements placed in this method after this loop. Try to understand. I have a while loop, or I have a do while loop, I have a for loop. In the middle somewhere I place break in the loop. Then what it will do, for example, totally 10 iterations I want to execute. Now at the 5th iteration, in the 5th iteration, I want to terminate the loop and send the control out of the loop. There, what I need to use there, I must use break. If I use a break, now in the 5th iteration, now the loop is terminated. Remaining 5 iterations, now remaining 5 iterations, it will not execute. It is a come out of the while loop, and after while loop inside a method, what are the statements you have placed, all those statements are executed. Are you accepting what I'm telling? Are able to accepting all the points, right? First, I am giving the information about all the control flow statements, and then one by one, we will detail understand, okay? Just first, I am giving overview picture. Again, I will revise this point at the end, okay? First, I am giving overview, then individually, we will try to understand. Again, at last, again, we will revise all the points. Is it clear? Then, next point, try to answer. Continue is used for terminating current iteration. Continue is also terminating the loop. What the difference between break and continue? The name itself is telling. Break means break, whereas continue means break or continue. Continue. Break means break. Don't continue further. Continue means what? Terminate current iteration only and continue with the execution of next iterations. For example, inside while loop, I have prepared the while loop for 10 iterations. Okay, now in 5th iteration, I want to execute continue. Then what continue will do? Continue will terminate only current iteration. Okay, and we'll continue with next iterations like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 remaining iterations are continued. After last iteration completed, when condition value is false, control go out of the loop and rest of the statements placed in the method after loop will be executed. All the people got clarity difference between break and continue? In the 5th iteration, while loop is terminated, remaining 5 iterations are not executed, control go out of the loop and execute method logic. Whereas continue will terminate only current iteration and continue with the rest of the iterations. Remaining iterations, it will continue. I will show you practically, but first accept it. And then what the use of return keyword? Return is used for terminating, not loop. It is meant for terminating complete method. Okay, so return is used for terminating method. I call M1 method from main method. Okay, I call M1 method from main method. Then control is going from where now? Main method to M1 method. Are you catching my point? Then it come to M1 method. In the M1 method, in the middle of the logic, somewhere let's say 5th statement or 7th statement, I want to terminate this method and return the control back to calling method, main method. Then I should use what statement? Return statement. Okay, do you understand? We can terminate two things. Number 1, loop, or number 2, method. To terminate the loop, you should use a break. Okay, we can terminate 3 things here. We can terminate 3 things. Number 1, loop, all iterations, loop, 1 iteration, and complete method. If you want to terminate a loop all iterations, use break. If you want to continue loop one iteration, use continue. If you want to terminate complete method, then use return keyword. Okay, so now I have completed the basic 4 points. What is a control flow statement? Why control flow statement? How many control flow statements? Purpose of each control flow statement. Now, come on, quickly. I'm expecting all the people to give the answers quickly. Come on. What is control flow statement? A keyword that is used for controlling flow of execution is called a control flow statement. Second, why control flow statement? Control flow statement is used for taking decision to execute a block of statements either 0 times or 1 time or n number of times. Okay, then third, how many control flow statements are there? Java supports 3 groups of control flow statements, total 11 keywords as a control flow statements. Java supports 3 groups of control flow statements, 11 control flow statements with 3 groups. Okay, right, 11 control flow statements organized as 3 groups. What are the 3 groups? Number one, conditional or decision making or selection control flow statements. Second, loop or iterative. Okay. Third, branching or transfer control flow statements. Tell me, purpose of each control flow statement. Conditional control flow statements. Under conditional control flow statements, we have 5. What the 5? If, else, switch, case, default. Are you listening or talking? If you are listening, you are wasting the time. If you are talking along with me, then you are using the time properly. Come on, try to talk along with me. Don't waste time. And repeat again. Under conditional, we have 5 control flow statements. What are the 5 control flow statements? If, else, switch, case, default. 5. Okay, the next. What is the purpose of these 5 control flow statements? All these 5 control flow statements are used for taking decision to execute a block of statements either 0 time or 1 time. Okay, conditional statements are meant for executing a block of statements either 0 or 1 time. Next, now tell me, loop statements. Okay, loop control flow statements are used for taking decision to execute a block of statements 0 or n number of times. 0 or n number of times. Okay, na? Right. Now, until condition is failed, it keep on running. The next, what do you call? Transfer statements. Okay, transfer statements are used for executing block of statements or terminating. What it is terminating? Now it is meant for terminating 3 things. Number 1, one iteration. Number two, all iterations. Number 2, all iterations. And number 3, a method. Number three, a method. Okay, one iteration, all iterations, one method. If you want to terminate one iteration, use continue. If you want to terminate all iterations of the loop, use break. If you want to terminate one method, use return. Does everyone understand? Please try to these slides. Okay, I didn't remember. Right. So we got clarity on first 4 points. Okay. Now we need to work with if else, and if else if ladder. Okay. First we need to complete this topic. Generally, people feel that if is a small topic, if else is a very big topic, but it's a horrible topic. Okay. So many points are there to learn. Let us start. Ishwar Reddy, are in a sleeping mode? Normal sleeping or deep sleeping? Okay, if you're in normal sleeping, it's okay. If you're a deep sleeping, then a problem, Rababu. 4 o'clock time, if you're in a deep sleeping, how, buddy? Huh? Right now coming up. Wow. When you came late, you should ask the question. So why you people are coming late happily, seriously? Come early, Rababu. If you come late, what you will understand? Nothing. Yeah. You people try to think what we can learn with if condition. You people try to think, and then I will start, okay? You try to think about if condition, then I will try. First you try. Right. So in last session, we completed the basics of control flow statements. And now let us continue with if. Tell me, what are the points we need to understand with if? Simple point. Tell me. Working with conditional statements. Working with if first. When we need to execute a block of statements in a method or in a constructor based on given value, okay, then we must use if condition to take decision to execute those statements or not. Simple point. I'm trying to create one method to perform one operation. Just now I given an example, what deposit. Okay, if the given amount is a positive number, I want a allow deposit to execute, else I don't want to execute. Okay, another story. I'm taking a student is having marks now. Student is having marks, like I will add all the marks. If the marks are coming greater than 60%, I want to say first class student. Else I want to say if more than 70%, I want to say what do you call 70% above people? 70 distinction, huh? Distinction people, something is called, right? So I wanted to divide the divisions and I want to display. Okay. Next, if you come to the employee side, employee application, if the employee is having experience 1 year, I wanted to display message, he is just a fresher. Okay, if 2 years are there, I wanted to say experience. If 3 years are there, I want to display some, team lead, like that, different messages. Based on the given input, I want to execute some block of statements, either 0 or 1 time. In that case, I must use what? If. Now, what the syntax to use if? If the condition is what condition you should write here? Boolean condition. Very important point. Comparative to C language, in Java, you should not write int value under if condition. Under if condition, you must place only Boolean condition. If Boolean, repeating, if Boolean, then execute the statements here. The Boolean value true, it will go and execute the internal statements. If the given Boolean value false, it will leave this if condition. It skip the if condition block and execute rest of the statements available in the method. Already catching my point? Second syntax is there. If you are planning to place only one statement in the if condition, then open bracket, closed bracket optional. Everyone understand? If Boolean condition following by one statement, then open bracket, closed bracket optional. And other important point, if you are not placing the bracket, then you must not place variable declaration, because a variable declaration should contain scope. This variable memory should access how much distance, how much place, right? So within complete method or within one place, you should define the scope of the variable. So if you don't define the scope of the variable, you are not allowed to declare the variable. So how can you define the scope of the variable? By using open bracket, closed bracket only. Right? So if you wanted to place a variable declaration under if condition, compulsory open bracket, closed bracket must be there. So if condition has, if block is having, if control flow statement is having two syntaxes, with body, without body. If you want to place more than one statement, body must be there. If you want to place only one statement, body is not required, and that statement must not be variable declaration. Everyone understand this statement? What is if? If is a conditional control flow statement. What the use of it? If control flow statement is used for executing a block of statement either 0 or 1 time depending on the given input. What is the syntax to work with if? If syntax is if parenthesis Boolean condition open bracket closed bracket some statements, or if Boolean condition open bracket closed bracket is optional. If you want to place only one statement, body is optional, and that one statement should not be variable declaration. That's it. Any doubts? Shall I move to the next slide? Up to now, all you understand? Okay. First, let us try to understand with if, and then we'll go for if else. Okay. If related points, let us try to see programmatical. Look at here. I have written test 00 program with M1 method with p value, some parameter. SOPLN hi, SOPLN hello, SOPLN how are you? Now if you call M1 method, what happened? Hi, hello, how are you are always executed, right? Output will be hi, hello, how are you? You pass any value, these statements are executed. But my requirement is, I don't want to execute this statement always. I want to execute this statement based on the value. Then what to do? Come on. I want to execute some block of statements based on the given input. Then what should I use? I must use control flow statements. Which control flow statement I should use? I must use conditional control flow statement if. Okay, let me try. Look at this program. Look at this program. I apply something like this. Okay, if a equal to 10, if the given value is a, 1 second. Now I'm taking a value here, parameter a. If a equal to 10, then I want to execute high. Otherwise, I don't want to execute high. Is this statement right? What the output will come? Come on, tell me. Is this program compiled or not compiled? Is this program compiled or not compiled? Not compiled. Compiler will throw error. Why? Why? Incompatible types, int cannot be converted to boolean. If a equal to 10, tell me now, why compiler throwing error here? Observe, it is a assignment operator. In assignment, because of assignment operator is not error, because this expression generates result is int. What is the if condition argument type? If condition argument type is boolean. Like in C language, Java doesn't accept int. So it is wrong. What I should write now? Double equal to. A double equal to 10 if you write. Now it is compiled successfully and hi is executed or not executed? Executed. Output is hi, hello. Now I am writing here M1 of 15 I have written. Tell me now, hi output will come or will not come? Will not come. We'll get only output hello. Can I hope everyone understand? If I move it outside, then always it is executed. Okay. If I write a hello inside, always not executed. If I write outside, how are you? Then it is also always executed. Now, if you pass M115, output is hi, how are you will come. Hello will not come. If you pass 10 and will get output, hi, hello, how are you? So this is a simple point about if. Everyone got clarity? Then let's start understanding some important points about rules related points. Okay. Tell me, inside one method, how many if conditions I can write? Inside M1 method, inside a method, how many if blocks I can write? How many if blocks I can write? I can write multiple if blocks, right? If a equal to 5, I want to execute this logic. Okay, next, if a equal to 10, I want to execute this logic. Okay, based on that, I want to execute multiple, right? And then tell me, what is the flow of execution of this program? What is the output we will get? M1 of 5, M1 of 10, M1 of 20. So first, let me work with the 5. If M1 value is 5, what is the output will come? If a equal to 5, hi 1 will be displayed. Hello 1 displayed. Then next, hi 2 not executed. Hello 2 is always executed if it is, because it is outside of it. Hi 1, hello 2. And next, if you pass 5, I am commenting. If you pass 10 below, what is executed? Hi 1 not executed. Hello 1 is executed. Hi 2 is executed. Hello 2 is executed. Place the statements placed outside if condition always executed, right? And next, tell me, M1 of 20 if you pass below, what happened here? 20 is the argument. Then tell me a value is 20. 20 equal to 5? No. Output is hello 1. 20 equal to 10? No. Hello 2. Hello 1, hello 2 only will come output. Topic is simple now, just a test cases. Okay. If condition understanding is completed, now we are trying to understand some test cases. Okay. Interview questions. Okay. Let's see some more programs. Okay. Tell me, what are the arguments of if? Okay, this is the concept. Okay, concept completed. Now let us try to see the conditions. Okay, I mean, what is allowed, what is not allowed. What is the if condition argument? Int allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error. Incompatible types, int cannot be converted to boolean. And next, if single quote a allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error. See, either you write literal directly. Again repeating, either you write literal directly or you write some expression or method call or variables, int related any variable, numeric related any variable you write, compiler will throw error. 6.7 numeric not allowed. The only allowed argument is what? The only allowed argument is boolean. If double quote say not allowed. Okay, right. Tell me, like in C language, in Java, for false, can I write 0? No. Compiler throw error. Like in C language, Java, can I write 1 for true? No, not allowed. Compiler will throw error. Next, tell me, can I write if true? Can I write if true? Yes. Can I write if false? Yes. You can write boolean value either directly literal or via variable. Tell me, via variable allowed? Yes, allowed. Or via expression or expression, double and double are allowed. Okay, or single and single are allowed. Single and single are allowed. And tell me, what is if condition allowed? As part of if block condition, the allowed argument is either boolean literal or boolean variable or boolean value generating expression. Tell me, what are the operators generates boolean value? What are the operators generates Boolean value? Relational operators, relational operators, next equality operators, and then logical operators and bitwise operators. Okay, so these operators only will generate Boolean value. Other operators will generate numeric value. Now tell me, for example, if I write int a equal to 10, I'm writing a less than 5. Tell me, a value is numeric. Okay, 5 is numeric, but the result is what? Boolean. Relational operator, equality operators allowed. Method call, M1 parenthesis, method return type is Boolean, all are allowed. Tell me, am I allowed to write if a equal to 10? No. Here a equal to 10 not allowed because of assignment operator, because data type is int. Don't misunderstand this point. This is the third time or fourth time I'm explaining same point. Here compiler is throwing error because of assignment operator. No, because data type is in assignment operator generate int type value, right? So compiler throwing error, incompatible types. Int cannot be converted to Boolean because the result generating is int. What the solution to this problem? I should use equality operator, no problem. Tell me, now I am taking Boolean data type variable with assignment operator. Any problem there? No problem. Compile successfully because the result generating is Boolean. Now tell me, here what is the difference between single equal to, double equal to? Both the places true only generating. What the difference between them? BO1 value is changed with true and given to if, whereas here BO1 value is not changed. Okay, double equal to operator, read BO1 value, compare with the true. Here true is stored in BO1 variable and then giving that value to if condition. There is a modification and returning. Here only reading, comparing, returning. That's it. So these are the points we need to understand with if condition. So what type of arguments are allowed? Rule number 1, with if condition, what type of argument is allowed? This is the point number 1. Can I hope all you people understand? Am I going fast? Am I going fast? All you people are comfortable? Right. Then let me try to one more test case. Look at there. Any compile time error here? Any compile time error here? If you feel I'm going fast, please try to catch my speed and you also increase your speed. Change your gear. Tell me, in the main method, I have written the something like this. What is the output? Is there any compile time error? No compile time error. Okay, nice. Next, what is the output? What is the output? I have used if condition without bracket. Then how many statements comes under if condition? Only one statement. Tell me, what is the output of this program? If true means go and execute if block statements. High one. Then is this hello one in the if block? Is this hello one comes under if block? No, not comes under if block. Okay. What is the output we'll get? Hello one, high one, hello one. If false means don't execute block of statements. Then which statement not executed? If which statement not executed? High 2 not executed. What about hello 2? Come on, hello 2 is executed or not executed? Hello 2 executed or not executed? Executed because it is not comes under if block. Okay. Next, if false, high 3 not executed. What about hello 3? Executed. So output is high 1, hello 1, hello 2, hello 3. High 1, high 1, hello 1, hello 2. Why hello 3 not coming? Why hello 3 not coming? Hello 3 also should come now. Wonderful. Array, you place these two statements in the body. Okay, there is a body. If false, body there. If body is there, all statements comes under if condition only. Condition value false, so no statement executed until end of the if. I hope you notice the difference between this if and this if. Come on. Okay, I hope you notice the difference between them. Then fine. Next. So what are the points we completed? First, what is the use of if? Okay, if I write a method without any control flow statement, then what happens? All statements are always executed. If you don't want to execute some statements, you must start control flow statement and control flow statement. Between that statement, you should write. Okay, is it possible to write multiple if conditions? Yes, we can write multiple if conditions, it is allowed. Okay, then now based on the given input, those conditions are executed. Next, can I place any type of argument in the as a if condition? No, we must place only Boolean type literal, Boolean type variable, Boolean type expression. So the only operators we can use under Boolean condition are what? Logical operators, relational operators, equality operators, logical operators, and bitwise operators. Except these operators, anything if you use, then you will get compile time error. Logical operators and bitwise operators, you must use only with Boolean operands. Relational operators and equality operators, you can use only with number data types. Okay, right. Can I use assignment operator? Yes, you can use assignment operator, but only with a without body, yes, but only one statement will come. Okay, if you place body, all statements will come into if body. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then tell me, I'm going to write some statement here. Tell me, are there any compile time error in these statements? I've written a program like this. Are there any compile time error? If I write if without body, variable declaration is not allowed. Okay, then now line number 4, compile time error. Variable declaration not allowed here. Line number 7, variable declaration not allowed here. Even though it is false, you are not allowed to declare. Okay, variable declaration must be under one scope. Next, I'm commenting the statement and I'm commenting this statement. Tell me, any error here? No. Any error here? No. Why? Because int a equal to 10 is under scope. Okay, this a variable destroyed by the time control is coming out of the if block. If false, anyways, it is not executed. And tell me, the danger story is starting, sir. Are you ready? The danger story I'm starting. Are you ready? Tell me, what is the output of this program? What is the output of these statements? This is the most horrible point in my life, in my career. It's the most horrible point in my career. When I join in company, I face this problem. What is the output of the statement? If false, na? If false means no statement should execute, na? Hi 44, hello 44 will come or will not come? Hi 44 will not come. Hello 44 will come, right? Come on, expecting answer. Hi 44 will not come. Hello 44 will come or will not come? Come on. Hi 44 will not come. Yes, sir? No, no. You will get output both. Why? Why? You will get output both. Look at that. Hi 44, hello 44. Why? If you place if true or if false without floor bracket, how many statements will comes under that? Only one statement comes under if body. Semicolon is a one statement, na? Hello? Semicolon itself is a one statement, right? You can place semicolon anywhere in the program. You can place semicolon anywhere in the program. Any number of semicolons you can place in the program. Where is this? You can place semicolon anywhere in the program. Any number of semicolons you can place, because it is also a valid statement. It is a one statement. It is valid. Either inside a method or even at class level also you can place. Even at class level also you can place, no problem. It compiles successfully. Now, if false without bracket, only one statement allowed, that is a semicolon. Generally people say semicolon is a terminator if block scope is terminated. No, here it is not acting as a terminator, acting as a statement. Okay, your wish. However you want, you can call, both are valid. So now if scope is completed and then the statement is out of if. So now output is hi 44, hello 44. Then tell me, if I write with body, then what is the output? Tell me. I have written if body, if false, semicolon, open bracket. Then what is the output we'll get? Hi 123, hello 123 will come or? Hi 123, hello 123 will come or not? Will come. Why? Because if false, you have written semicolon here. When I write semicolon here, what happened? It will comes under if body, right? Semicolon make This is the one statement. And then there is no association between if false and open bracket. Okay. All right. Now I'm writing like this. Still, however you write, either you write in the same statement or you write in the next line, no problem. So output will be hi 1 2 3, hello 1 2 3. Already catching my point? Then next tell me, if I write semicolon inside if body, then tell me now hi 4 5 6 will come or will not come? Hi 4 5 6, hello 4 5 6 will come or will not come? Will not come, because now the semicolon will be go under if body. Now the body associated with if. Am I confusing you? Already comfortable? Huh? These are all the points there in the written test exam. If you try to solve any MCQ questions on if, MCQ questions on if, MCQ questions on if, or interview questions on if you try to solve, all these points will definitely will be there. Okay. And tell me, I'm writing something like this. Can I write empty if? Can I write empty if? Is it compiled? Can I write empty if? Is it compiled? Yes. Can I write empty if with false? Yes, compiled, no problem. Empty if, empty false, compiled. Now I am writing empty if without body. Compiled or not compiled? Come on. What is the meaning of this statement? The first statement comes under if. Compiler software keeps searching down. Which statement comes under if true now? Open bracket. Sorry, closed bracket. This closed bracket will go under if true. Is it a right syntax? Wrong syntax. You will get compiled error. Illegal start of statement. You can write empty true or empty if true, empty if false with body. But without body, if you try to write, closed bracket comes under if true, then you will get error. Hello? Understand? Now, if I write like this, any error? Now confusion masters. If I write like this, any error? No error. Why? Look at that. There is no error. Compile and you will get output high. Why? Why will you get output high? And tell me, when earlier you got error for the statement, now why you are not getting error? Because you have written if true without floor bracket. Then the first statement comes under if true. Hello? Already catching my point? It comes under if true. Inner if. Actually I have written like this, but compiler make it as what? Inner if. Inner if. Okay? Like this. Inner if it will come. Sleeping? Understanding? Got clarity? You know, in last batch, 9 AM batch, in 9 AM batch slot, I have explained operators and control flow statements. And I have not explained 6 PM batch. 6 PM batch, some of their 9 AM batch friends are there. Then all students in 6 PM batch started shouting at me like anything. They are scolding me like anything. Sir, you covered 9 AM batch operators, control flow statements, my juniors, and you didn't cover to us. First you cover operators and control flow statements. I promised them I will cover later, Rabbi. No. Now only promise. Now only you solve, because all my juniors are answering every question in websites. We are unable to answer. Object-oriented programming we are answering, but logical programming we are unable to answer. So first you cover. But in now 9 AM batch, I didn't cover object-oriented programming yet. Okay, they will not answer. Na, you are answering, right? I'm trying to convince them I will cover them later. No, they are not agreeing, because in hacker rank, their juniors are all questions are solving, and they are challenging their seniors. You don't know, I know. Okay. So when you know all these points, it's easy for you to answer. Okay. Next, come on. Next, what is the output of this statement? Now what the output here? If true, na, hello will come, right? If true, right, hello will come. If true, write hello will out of hello world, I mean hello output will come na. Come on, come on. Output will come or will not come? Will not come. Why? This is without open bracket, closed bracket. Then the statement will be under if false. It's looking like if true, but it is after if false. So it will become inner block or inner condition, inner if. Okay, nested if. It is a nested if. Because it is a nested if, it is not executed. Look at that, hello will not come, only hi will come. Control 1, control 2 will get hi 1. Hello will not come. If I change false to true, now we will get or if you comment it, then we will get hello because it become independent. Is it clear? Then next tell me. Finally, I am writing just single if true. Is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. This if true is pulling this closed bracket. You know, if you go to seashore, again a beach, if you go to beach, seashore, and now evening time, you know, the sea is bringing all the people inside, okay? We call it as R2, PO2, something is there. Morning time, it is a pushing out, and evening time, it is a pulling in. Yes or no? Now, if you go to the seashore, like how all you people are bringing inside, then same way, now this open bracket is forcibly going into if true. Because there is no some other statement. It's the first statement, okay? After if true, if false, without open bracket, whatever the first statement is there, that statement will go understood. Okay, it become, you know, magnet. It is attracting this. And finally, compiler throwing error. Illegal statement, illegal start of statement. Okay, I'm commenting this. Now compile successfully. So these are all the points you have to carefully practice. I hope you'll practice. Any doubts in this program, you can ask. If you have any questions in this program, please ask. Twenty-seventh line, what is the doubt? What is the doubt in line number 27? Ade, what is your doubt? Line number 27, what is your doubt? Because false, Ravai, if condition value false, if it's a false, how it is executed? Condition value false, Nana, why executed? Your focus is on semicolon. Your focus is not where the semicolon. Semicolon is there inside if block. Okay. Then now this is not act as a local block. It is act as a condition block. Because if false, it's not executed. Any more questions? Faisal, your point is right. Now, please try to take screenshot and try to practice this program by your own. And if you have any doubts, ask me tomorrow. Now, let me move to the next conditions. Next points. Next points are very horrible. Okay. Coming points are, now whatever the points I'm trying to explain, these points are very horrible. Please try to pay attention and tell. This is the program given to you. What is the output? Tell me. If this program given to you and in the exam you have seen this question, what is the output? You know, in your batch, there is a one student. He will always say, go slow, sir, go slow, sir, go slow, sir. He will respond to me only for one statement, go slow, sir. Okay. That's why I'm not considering his request. I'm just ignoring and going on. Come on, come on. What is the output? It is a compile time error. It is a compile time error, brainless fellows. Why? Line number 8. Line number 8 is compile time error. Why? All people are telling answer 10 no, 10 no, 10 no, 10 no. How 10 10 will come? If true, going inside a memory created with value 10 right. Then going this line, a memory available reading and displaying output 10 right. The moment when control come out of the if block, the variable scope is end, na? How can I access outside? Variable scope is end. This variable is destroyed. Where you can access? Where is a variable to access? What is the point? If you access, if you declare a variable inside if block, and if you access after if block, compiler will throw error because variable scope is already end at end of if. I told you very important point. Compulsory asking written test questions these are. Is it clear? Is it clear? Shall I go to next case? Tell me, I want to access this a variable outside of if also. Then where I should declare? Where I should declare? I should declare outside of the if, so that its scope is available until the end of the method. And now, look at here. There is no global concept in Java. I said you watch variable chapter. You didn't watch. Look at here. Java doesn't support global variables concept. Change your mind. Tell me, is it compiled now? Guess. Is it compiled or not? I moved variable declaration outside. Int a semicolon outside I have placed. Then if true, then a equal to 10. Now allowed a variable a scope is available after if also, and you initialize a value 10 in the if true condition. If true means what? Definitely executed. Then output is what? 10. Compile successfully, executed, output is 10. Okay. Then now I am placing the statements like this. Below now. Now compiled. Everyone try to answer. Compiled or not compiled? If a b semicolon, int b semicolon, if false b equal to 10. Compiled? How it is compiled, Rabadi? B variable memory created with what value? Garbage value. Garbage value. Hey, your brain may have garbage. Java doesn't have garbage. Java doesn't have garbage like in C language, Rababu. No garbage in Java. Java doesn't have chatta chadaram. Like your brain has a garbage, Java doesn't have garbage. Java is very clean. Java has a garbage collector. What is the B value here? Any value or no value? It is a local variable. B is a local variable. There is no value. It is empty. Okay. B is a local variable. It is empty, no value. What are you doing? Variable chapter you didn't watch. I told you watch variables or chapter. Now tell me. B memory empty. Then if false. If false means execute inside block statements. No. Ignore it and go down. Then system.out.println B. What the B value? No value. Then compiler can continue compilation or not compiled? Not compiled. So compiler throwing error. What the error? Variable B might not have been initialized. Variable B might not have been initialized. At least start watching variables chapter. In control flow statements, variables chapter playing very important role. If you don't practice, problems will come. And now it's a compile time error I am commenting. Everyone understand the difference between here and here? Previous program, only declaration. I declare the variable inside if block. Okay? Previous program, declaration. I declare the variable inside if block. Memory created, reading and displaying, but SOPLN here problem. So you cannot access. Compiler throw cannot find symbol. What the difference between the error there in line number 8 and line number 20? See the difference. Line number 8 cannot find symbol. Cannot find symbol variable A. I'm commenting it. Then next, what is the compile time error here? Here compile time error is variable B is available, but it doesn't have value. So compiler throwing error, variable B might not have been initialized. Can I hope all you understand? Then observe now. Here what happened? Here what happened? Tell me. Here what happened? Where is the statement? Yeah, this one. Program compiler not compiled. I created a variable called P with value 10 and int C semicolon no value initialized. Now I initializing C variable inside if condition. After if condition I'm reading. Is it compiled? You are working like a JVM or working like a compiler? Several times I told you, work like a compiler, don't work like a JVM. Okay. Many times I told you, work like a compiler, don't work like a JVM. Now think like a compiler and tell me, is it compiled, not compiled? Operators chapter. Operators chapter. Types of expressions. What type of expression I have used in if condition? This is a constant expression. If it is a constant expression, directly value consider, evaluation done. Constant expression, directly value consider, evaluation is done. This is a constant expression, a variable expression. Come on, answer my question. All you people has given wrong answers. I need to correct your answer. Here compiler will throw error. Line number 29, variable C might not have been initialized. All people are telling answer 30. It's wrong answer. Variable C might not have been initialized. Why the error coming? Variable C might not have been initialized. I initialize in answer. P value 10 equal to 10. C initialize. C value 30. After C also 30. Here also like if true. This is constant expression. Value is considered. It is variable expression. Value is not considered. What consider? Type. And tell me, if P equal to 10, what is coming? Boolean. That Boolean may be true or may be false. Compiler software now placing two conditions. Compiler always working with imagination. Compiler software always working with imagination. Test cases will be applied. JVM working with actual value. Now compiler software is getting a doubt. Okay, P value may be 10, maybe not 10. All right, if 10, result is true, C 30. If P value not 10, some other value, some 20, 30, whatever, then false. C value how much? No value. That's why throwing error. Did you understand compiler imagination here? When you use variable expression, compiler doesn't use value. Compiler work with type. With the type boolean coming. If boolean true, no problem. If boolean false, then error. That's why compiler throwing error. Then how can we convince the compiler? Please accept it. If you write the statement like this, do you have any error? Apply above algorithm here and tell me any error. Now I have written d value, d variable like this. Tell me any error. Same algorithm apply. Q equal to 10. If Q equal to 10, condition is true. What the Q value? 30, 30, 30. If a Q value is not equal to 10, generated value what? False. Then what the D value? If condition executed, no. D value is what? -1. So in the true case, value is 30. In false case, value is -1. Now compiler throwing any error? No error. Compile successfully. I have to comment this statement. These are all the very important interview questions. Just by listening, you cannot understand. You have to practice. Output coming -1 because Q is 20. Now I am writing 10. What is the output you will get? Look at the will get output 30, 30. Okay, now if I take here 20, what is the output? -1. If condition not executed, we'll get output only -1. You have to practice. If you don't practice, you will forget. In exception handling chapter, these points again will come. That time again you will confuse if you don't practice. Tell me now, is there any problem now? Come on, come on. Already we discussed this point also in the operators chapter. Types of expressions. R equal to 10. It is what type of expression? Constant expression or variable expression? Is it variable expression or constant expression? Array, R is what type, Baba? R is what type? R is a final variable, Rabbi. Final variable is a constant, na? Ayyo. What is R? R is a final variable. It's a final variable. Right? Is there a constant? What expression it is? Variable expression or constant expression? It is a constant expression. Constant expression compiler evaluate with type or with value? With value. What is the R value? 10. 10 equal to 10. 10 equal to 10. True. 10 equal to 10. True. E equal to 40. Yes. E value 40. E value 40. Any compile time error? No compile time error. Control 1. Compile successful. Control 2. Execute. Oh, understand that? Now, I am rewriting same expression like this. R1, 20, E1, R1, E1, E1, E1. Now compile or not compile? Come on, compile or not compile? R1 value how much? 20. 20 equal to 10? False. False means control go out of the condition. What is the even value? Nowhere. So it will throw error. Variable might not have any might not have any. Currently we are learning or operators only. These points are working with operators only, right? Constant expression, variable expression, evaluating all. So operators and control flow statements, you cannot separate them. You have to work by combining all the points. So one day if you don't practice and moving to the next day, pakka next day you will cry. You wanted to cry, you want to feel happy, that is up to you. I will torture you, no doubt. No doubt I'll torture you, I'll make you cry like anything. Bolo. Is this program compiled or not compiled? Why not compiled? We have declared variable as a final. It is a final it's a final variable expression, means constant expression, but you have not assigned enough. When you don't assign to the variable, what compiler will take? Type only. Now it's a type expression, boolean, maybe true, maybe false. If false, no value for f. So compiler throwing error. This point already we discussed. Variable e1 might not have been initialized. Variable f might not have been initialized. Variable e1 is error commenting. Variable f, it is error commenting. Got clarity? Yeah? And tell me, is the statement? Is the statement compiled? Yes. If it is true, G value is 50. If it is false, G value is -1. So compiled, successfully executed, output is -1. So this is how you have to deal. Look at here, the points. When we declare a local variable outside if block and initialized in if block and accessing after if block, we will get compile time error. Variable might not have been initialized because compiler will not consider the initialization done in the if block, because it may or may not be executed. In both true and false conditions, if you guarantee the value for local variable, we will not get compile time error. We guaranteed by assigning default value. Take screenshot and work. It's very easy topic. Only thing, one time you need to practice. All these are known points, not new points. Already we discussed everything. If condition with variable scope. Will you practice? Definitely. Will you practice? Definitely. It is up to you. If you practice, you will benefit it. If you don't practice, you only losing. Now look at here. The if is a conditional control flow statement. If it is used for checking given input value valid or not. If the given input is valid, it executes the block of statements. If the given input is not valid, doesn't execute the block of statements. Note, if the if itself cannot be verified whether the given input is valid or not, we must use relational operator, equality operator, logical operator to verify given input is valid or not. Based on the operator's return value true and false, the if executes the given block of statements. Syntax: if a Boolean condition, one statement. If a Boolean condition with open bracket, closed bracket, multiple conditions. Rule: if you don't use open bracket, closed bracket after if, only one statement is allowed. Take screenshot. Next, execution flow. Value true, it's a block of statements are executed. If condition value is false, its block of statements are not executed. For example, int x equal to 10. If x less than 20, SO plan high, hello. If greater than 20, SO plan high, SO plan hello. What the flow? True, then block of statements, after block of statements. Here, output is high, hello. X greater than 20, it's a false. Then control is going. Basira saw that. What is your problem? I'm seeing your messages. Tell me. Next, rules in using if block. Rule number 1, if argument must be, okay, if argument must be Boolean type. This argument can be Boolean type literal, true or false, Boolean type variable, Boolean type expression with relational operator, equality operator, logical operator, Boolean return type, method call. Identify compile time errors, already we tried. Now take rule number 1 screenshot. Edit Plus is not working. What is your problem? What is the problem in Edit Plus? Not working means how can I answer, Rabbi? You know, you are going to a doctor and telling that I'm not feeling well, doctor, and what doctor can give medicine to you? Give proper reason, give proper error. What is the problem in Edit Plus? Not working and what to do? 30-day completed. Next, rule number 2. If we use if without body, we cannot declare a variable, compiler will throw error, because to declare variable, we must define scope. This is wrong, this is right. Fast. Next, rule number 3. If you declare a variable inside if block, that variable's scope is only within the if block. It means after if block, if you access that variable, compiler will throw error, cannot find symbol. You get there? After if block, if you try, compiler throwing error, cannot find symbol. Next, rule number 4. If you want to access a variable even after if block, we must declare that variable before if block, like this. Again, we'll get compile time error. Here, no compile time error. A variable created is a Boolean, true, false. Maybe true, maybe false. It's a constant expression, so no problem, okay? It's a constant value, no problem. If it is a variable expression, then this point you have to apply. If you want to access a variable even after if body, we must declare that variable before if block, as shown in below. But here, after if at SOP and A, we will get compile time error, variable A might not have been initialized, because the compiler feels if condition value is false, A equal to 10 is not executed, A variable doesn't have value, then at that statement SOP and A, JVM cannot get value to display. What is the solution to this problem? We must initialize variable A with some default value, example -1, then we will not get compile time error. And now -1 I have written. Now JVM written -5, true, A value replaced with 10, SOP and A 10, here SOP and 10. Okay, now? Come on, take screenshot. Next. If you write variable expression, we'll get compile time error. Then if you write B equal to -1, no error. JVM execution flow. Same program, JVM execution flow. Take screenshots. Okay. Next, rules in using if condition. If you join with your name, then you will understand. You don't know how to join to Zoom with your name like others. Okay, then how can you understand subject? Zoom, small, Buji software, you are not understand. How can understand what you call Java, Nana? Okay. First you join with your name. Your father, mother given one name will be there, no? You join with that name, then you will understand subject. I'm not explaining a Tumri fellow, dirty fellow, brainless, useless idiot. I am just giving the screenshots. Class. Look at there. What is the rule number 5? Semicolon. If true, semicolon. Any error or no error? No error. Why? Semicolon, if true completed, semicolon, this is a local block, definitely executed. Okay, A equal to 10, definitely executed. There is no compile time error. So rule number 5 with a semicolon. Take screenshot. Right, it is not non-static block, or local block. Non-static block means class level. It is a local block. Now tell me, these are all already completed things. Now continuation to the previous one. If block scope is end. If block scope is end, no compile time error. It is comes under if block. It not comes under if block. It is called local block and it is always executed. So, right now, take the screenshot. If you place semicolon after if parenthesis, then the block of statements are not comes under if. Even though if condition is false, the block of statements placed after if are executed. All these points are explained. Do you feel that I am explaining? Now only you wake up, useless fellow. Next, if false, if false. What is the output of if false, if false? Hello, and here, hi, hello. Because of semicolon. Take it fast. That's it. These are the points related to if block. Practice all these points. Same points are repeated for else also. If else, if also. I catch my point? Same points are repeated for if, else, if else, if also. So that's why please try to prepare and come. Please try to prepare and come. Today I'm starting new batch. Somebody is asking the link. Wait, I'll give you the link. Now 6 o'clock. Yeah, you can ask. If Edit Plus is expired, what you do? Very simple. My Edit Plus also expired. Take this window down. Okay? And then you start work. File, new Java. When will 7 batch starts? Next month. November third week or fourth week maybe. 9 AM batch will be in December. Any more doubts? So we completed working with if, and tomorrow we'll try to understand if else. Same points are repeated, and if else if ladder, same points are repeated, and we will develop some applications, real-time application logical programs will develop. What the confusion, Krishna? Exceptions meant for terminating. I'll tell you that later, okay? In exception handling chapter, I'll explain you that. In exception handling chapter, I will explain that is a special topic there. Okay, thank you. See you all tomorrow. Please practice and come.